Anton Reese, President, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. As you remain standing, WKCT student Maria Corte will lead us in our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your mortarboards. Ladies, you may do so if you wish.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Marie, that's WKCTC talent. Please be seated. At this time, I would ask you to please silence your cell phones. During this special occasion for students, faculty, family, and friends, I would like to take a moment to congratulate all of you for being here as part of this first class to attend a historic graduation ceremony, returning to main campus after 23 years. Congratulations to all of you for being here. I would like to recognize honored guests present this evening. As I introduce our platform guests, kindly hold your applause until all have been introduced. Our guest speaker, Chef Sarah Bradley, owner of the Freight House. Dr. Kate Sen, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Tammy Maines, Dean of Enrollment Services. Joel Cates, Professor of Mathematics and Chair of our faculty. Deidre Moore, Dean of Applied Technologies. Britton Shirley, Dean of Arts and Sciences. And Chloe Williams, our student speaker. Please be seated. Please be seated. Special guests in the audience, First Lady Cornelia Reese, no relation. There she is right over there. All right. From our Board of Directors, Gorman Butch Bradley. Thank you all for being here. Thank you both. Thank you. West Kentucky Community and Technical College is known for the outstanding success of our students, a supportive community, and a committed faculty and staff. But did you know that among our ranks are veterans of every branch of the armed forces? Year after year, our enrollment reflects an incredibly diverse population of non-traditional students with military service. And even better, we have several veterans among our faculty and staff, many of whom serve as mentors to our student veterans. So in keeping with our proud tradition of serving those who serve, we want to recognize all veterans here tonight, including you, family and friends, by asking you at this time to stand and be recognized. All of our veterans. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much. Deidre Moore, Dean of Applied Technologies, will now introduce our student speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Reese. Chloe Williams graduates today from WKCTC's cosmetology program, completing a journey defined by resilience, determination, and an abundance of heart. With the support of her instructors, classmates, family, and her daughter Kaylin, Chloe faced challenges head-on, discovering strength, confidence, and purpose along the way. Today, she stands as a powerful example of what it means to persevere and to believe in your future. Please join me in welcoming Chloe to the platform.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the 2025 West Kentucky Community and Technical College graduation. I stand here today in awe. If you would have told me 10 years ago I would have graduated cosmetology school, much less be the student speaker, I would have laughed. I started this journey of life in the foster care system. I was told by some that I would not amount to much and that all the odds were against me. I did not have high hopes for college, and I did not have high hopes for myself. It was nothing but an act of God that pushed me in the right direction. As though the cycle was not hard enough to break on its own, I became pregnant in September of my first semester. I was in disbelief. I was learning how to cut hair and apply polish correctly. How was I going to juggle school with a child? I hardly knew how to take care of myself. My mother, instructor, and friends all told me I would be okay. I was strong-willed and determined to give my daughter someone to brag about. I had my daughter in the summer of 2024. She was perfect in everything I thought she would be. I returned to school after spending an entire semester with her. There was days I walked into school running on caffeine, determination, and maybe 25 seconds of quiet breathing in the car. There were mornings where I would be up before the sun trying to rock a fussy baby while thinking, I have class in a few hours. How am I possibly getting through today? Time is always passing. Even during the most overwhelming moments, time is always passing. That quote carried me through my third semester when I was overwhelmed and stretched too thin. When I had a sick kid, responsibilities in my home, exams, and a child crawling all over my notes. I felt like I was drowning, coming up for just enough air to do the next thing. Then something remarkable happened. I started realizing that the two worlds weren't competing. They were motivating each other. Every haircut I struggled through, every color I had to try to memorize, every day I spent practicing braids and updos, those weren't just for me. Those were also for my little girl waiting at home for me. Every time I walked across this lawn, tired but proud, I imagined the example I was setting. The dream doesn't stop when life gets complicated. It doesn't stop when you're overwhelmed, tired, or stressed. Being a parent doesn't embrace your identity, it expands it. Perseverance, a lesson a child learns not from what you tell them, but from what they see. I've also learned something else along the way. Your village matters. My classmates who made me feel like myself again. My instructors who took their time to motivate me and push me to do my best. My family who I leaned on when life got too heavy. Even my clients who trusted me, supported me, and helped me grow my confidence. If you're lucky enough to chase a dream while being surrounded by people who cheer for you and motivate you, you'll discover strength you thought you never had. But my greatest motivation is my daughter, Kaylin. Who knew the love I had for her would be the greatest push I needed to finish? When I think of my greatest accomplishment, I think of 10 tiny fingers and 10 toes, dimples and crystal blue eyes. Now, standing before you today, I'm not just proud of the diploma I've earned. I'm proud of the mother I became while earning it. I'm proud of the example I'm setting, and I'm proud that I didn't give up on my dream. To anyone listening who is struggling through their own version of my story, I want you to listen to me very carefully. You are capable of more than you think, and your circumstances do not define your limits. Today, I stand here as a graduate, as a parent, as a professional, and as someone who didn't quit. And most of all, as someone who hopes that one day my child will look at me and say, my mom did that, and she did that for us.
Thank you, Chloe. It is now my pleasure to introduce this evening's guest speaker, Chef Sarah Bradley. Chef Bradley is a nationally acclaimed chef and the owner of Freight House Restaurant here in Paducah, where she blends her Jewish and Appalachian heritage with Southern, Midwestern, and global influences. After working in Michelin-starred kitchens across the country, she returned home to open Freight House, now nationally recognized and named one of America's great bourbon bars. Chef Bradley is a two-time Top Chef runner-up, a Chopped champion and legend, and a 2025 James Beard semifinalist. Beyond the kitchen, she is a mother of two, an advocate for working parents and hospitality, and a supporter of both local and national food-focused causes. Please welcome our guest speaker, Chef Sarah Bradley.
Well, I just have to say, you could have said all those things to me 25 years ago as well. That was beautiful. Good evening, graduates, family, faculty, but most of all, the class of 2025. It's an honor to stand here before you. Before I get going, though, I want to acknowledge everyone who supported y'all along the road to this moment. The parents who encouraged you and still are, the teachers who challenged you, the friends who laughed with you, sometimes at you, and anyone who celebrated even the tiniest little victories that you guys have had along the way. If you had told me as a young girl, her it was 10 years, me it was 25 something. If you had told me, and I was a young girl, and I was co-oping from Heath High School, I was coming to what we called PCC then. I was doing that honestly just so that I could leave school early. But if you told me that I would be standing here today speaking to you as a chef, as an author, as a James Beard semifinalist, television competitor, owner of a celebrated restaurant, I would have laughed, I would have spun on my heels, and I would have skipped away. I'm sorry, her speech was just really nice. You really hit me, and I think it's beautiful. Anyway. But we're here because life has a wonderful way of surprising us when we push into the work that we care about. I learned early in my life that food is much more than fuel. Food is a story. It's a way to carry heritage across generations. I see so many generations in here tonight, and for me, it didn't matter if it was my Jewish traditions or my Appalachia roots. These stories didn't just shape the way I cooked, they shaped the way I see the world. During college, I first studied psychology, not cooking, but what I learned there gave me the tools to listen deeply, to care for others, to understand people in ways that have helped me every day since. Even if your degree isn't exactly what you thought it would be, or if it doesn't work out that you do exactly that thing, trust me, the lessons you have learned along the way matter. They matter more than you even know. After graduating from the University of Kentucky, I went to Johnson & Wales Culinary School. I worked in kitchens in Charlotte, in Birmingham, New York City, Chicago, sometimes very casual restaurants, all the way up to Michelin star kitchens. I was happy. I was surviving, but I was not fulfilled. Then I made a choice. I moved home to Paducah to open Freight House. It's in a historic vegetable depot downtown. And again, this is a shameless plug. We have been open a decade, and if you have not been there, it's between the Carson Center and the post office, and you should come. So make sure you see us. But anyway, I opened Freight House with the vision that food could do more than feed people. It could tell stories. It could honor where I come from. I could build community, create a place that has a table where at the table everyone feels seen. They're welcome. They feel at home. Where everyone feels connected. And the thing I want you to take today is that connection matters. In your careers, connection matters. Your relationships, your passions, connection matters. Don't chase hollow applause. Chase depth. Chase stories worth telling. Chase work that makes you want to show up on the hardest day because it fulfills you instead of drains you. Like she said, I have competed on some national television shows like Top Chef and Tournament of Champions and Spoiler. I get second every single time. I was named the first Chopped legend ever and the Chopped American Grand Champion. But those aren't the highlights of my story. Those aren't the heart of my story. The heart is the team that I work with every single day. The heart are the young cooks that I get to mentor, the farmers that I partner with, the community that rooted for me long before the bright lights ever showed up. The heart is the work ethic that my family, especially my father, instilled in me. And my dad is sitting right over there, so thank you, Dad. You guys, there are hard days in my industry, and I think anyone here can tell you that there will be hard days in the industry if you've chosen as well. There will be setbacks, there will be rejection, there will be cuts, there will be burns, there will be moments when you doubt if you should keep going on. But if you can just attach yourself to something true, something that matters to you, you will learn to carry that purpose with you even through the hard seasons, like the bitter, cold, hard seasons that are happening right now. And finally, to the graduates who are about to trace a dream that feels too big, it feels too bold, it feels impossible, I want you to hear this. You get to define what success means to you. Okay? So you get to define what success means to you, no one else. Whether you become a chef, a teacher, a scientist, cosmetologist, entrepreneur, a parent, a caregiver, do it with intention. Do it with humility. And y'all, most of all, do it with compassion. Show up for your community. I want you guys to push for equity. You must push for equity. You need to build spaces where other people can thrive, not just survive. There's nothing more powerful than lifting others as you rise. So today, I want you to go out and I want you to make something remarkable. I want you to make something that tells your story. Make something that gives more than it takes. Make this world better than the one you inherited. So class of 2025, congratulations and good luck, y'all.
Thank you, Chef Bradley. At this time, would the faculty please stand? It is because of their knowledge and commitment to student success that we are here tonight. They share with each graduation candidate the excitement of completion as well as the joy of achievement. Please join me in thanking them. Now would the candidates please rise? Dr. Reese, I present the candidates for graduation and I certify on behalf of the faculty that they have successfully completed all of the requirements for their respective credentials. Ladies and gentlemen, as the names of the candidates are read, those graduating with honors and those wearing honor stoles and cords that represent campus and community organizations are noted in the program. We are proud that many of our candidates for graduation have earned multiple credentials, and they will be recognized during the ceremony for their highest earned credential. Please refer to the commencement program for specific areas of study. Now, ushers, please assist the first row to the stage. All others may be seated. A professional photographer will take pictures as credentials are received. Please refrain from coming to the stage to take photographs. Hold. Oh, okay. You're very excited. She was ready to go. The following graduates are receiving an associate in science degree. Madison Elizabeth Holt. Addison Jean Goslam. Allie Cadwell. Daisy Nicole Wilkerson. Michaela May Bowman. Kaylin Spalding. Jonathan Kelly. Isaac Christopher Brown. Jonathan Alexander Simmons. Raven Serenity Garrison. Hannah Michelle Looper. Tiffany Nicole Smith. Unique Divine Campbell. Alexis Thompson. Rainisha Stubblefield. The following graduates will be receiving an Associate's in Applied Science degree, a General Occupational Technical Studies. Haley Marie Halpin. Jeremiah Kendall Bailey. John Tyler Davis. Dylan Matthew Kurtzinger. Dalton Lane Warmouth. Preston Gloria. Colby Barrett Byers. Michael Hall. Kendall Joshua Toby. The following graduates will be receiving a certificate. Chloe Isabella Williams. Mashonda Stacy. Adriana Hobson. I think they're coaching me. Janiqua Deshay Dawson. Ella Louise Poloski. Braylon Candy Walker. Kyra Nicole Galloway. William Dayton Sanders. Okay. As we wait for the last of our graduates to come back to their seats, let's go ahead and give them all a round of applause. As I met with the graduation candidates earlier, it truly is an honor to say your names and watch you go across the stage. It is, as our speakers have said, the beginning of a journey. Would the candidates please rise? Mr. President, I present the candidates of 2025 for your confirmation.
You guys ready? I bet you are. By virtue of the power vested in me by the Kentucky Community and Technical College and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I hereby pronounce you graduates of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. You may now move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations. You may be seated. Chloe, thank you for sharing your powerful story. To me, West Kentucky represents the face of America. You indeed have a story which includes overcoming adversity. You came to our college and saw it as a place of hope and encouragement, and it is our goal that you have the knowledge and skills set because of entering our doors to create a better life for a better Kentucky. Central to the WKCTC mission, we teach, train, and transform with excellence to prepare our graduates to enter the workforce or transfer to a four-year institution, ultimately leading to jobs. Thank you, Chef Bradley. If you'll join me at the podium for your inspiring remarks and words of encouragement. On behalf of the WKCTC family, it reads in recognition and sincere gratitude to Sarah Bradley as our 2025 historic fall commencement speaker. Still time for reservations at the Freight House. Graduates, your credential tonight means you have achieved a personal mark of excellence, and it signifies evidence of achievement to your family and friends here with you. So at this time, graduates, if you could stand just one more time and face your family members and friends and give them a round of applause for being part of your journey of success here at WKCTC. Thank you. You may be seated. Yes. To family and friends, I mentioned that this fall graduation ceremony is the first to return to campus. And so this is my personal invitation to you to consider, to register and attend WKCTC, to pursue your academic and career dreams. You have 3 start dates, 3 opportunities this spring. You can begin January 12th, February the 9th, or March the 9th. And our admission staff are eagerly waiting in the Student Center with enrollment materials and swag just for you. I also want to express my appreciation and recognize our outstanding staff. Many of them have been working behind the scenes, helping to make today possible. All staff members, if you can, stand wherever you are, maybe all the staff members, wherever you are, thank you so much for your service. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Talking about staff members, I particularly want to acknowledge Monica Collier, Academic Affairs Administrative Associate, who is retiring after 41 years of service at WKCTC. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. And to our standing faculty, again, you've played a large role in our graduate success. Your service has been exemplary, and we would not be a 5-time nationally ranked premier college in the nation had it not been the leaders that you are. So on behalf of countless students and our community at large, I thank you. A special thanks to the graduation committee led by our own Mary Beth Head. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, and all the committee members. Bringing us back to campus. So graduates, we wish you great success, and very simply, we are proud of you. We hope you carry the feelings, aspirations, and word of encouragement expressed today with you and make this world a better place. And now, graduates, I would like to be the first to bestow the additional title of alumni upon you. So on behalf of the WKCTC Alumni Association, welcome to a very proud and loyal alum. We encourage you to remain engaged and interested in WKCTC and all it offers. So I invite you also to stop by the alumni table in the Student Center to pick up your free WKCTC memento. So stay in touch, let us hear from you, and wear this new title proudly. Friends and family, thanks again for being with us. Please remain in the theater and join your graduates after all have exited in the Student Center. At this time, please stand for the recessional.